gonna try this Facebook thing again. And if it doesn't work, we just gotta go with the radio. I think we're up. We is up on Facebook. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's up, my Let's Connect people? What to do? What to do? What to do? What's going on, Miss C? What's going on?
Not too much. You look happy.
Girl, if you ever know how tired I am, you know Monday is a long day, and I'm not even drinking anything to keep up. I'm about to pour something out.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Girl, you look so happy. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Listen, I got to be happy.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
haven't seen you in a little bit because we were off.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so
Where
you
my
look
list?
great.
Where my list?
You look good. Is that what you may call it? That waist trainer and stuff is working.
I'm still breathing. I'm not in the hospital yet.
Are you still wearing it?
Occasionally, I cannot wear it 24/7 because I die. Y'all know that. I cannot do it. I don't know how girls do it every day.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Can't lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to do that.
Girl, you don't need
You
to be
know.
wearing a waist trainer anyway.
I would be a little restricted if I have to, like really restricted if I had to wear it all day, every day. And I mean, that's the point, but I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. I
Listen,
guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I can't. I wear it on special occasions when I need to look cute. Okay. I cannot do this.
But aren't you supposed to wear it like every day?
I cannot wear it every day. I cannot. When I'm driving, I'm like at attention. I can't even lean and maybe I'm putting it on too tight. Maybe that's the issue. I'm putting it on too tight.
Oh, maybe, you know, I don't know. That might
Listen,
be.
the other day, Shelly put on her Facebook, her putting on hers, okay? So she have helped to put it on her waist trainer. I'm telling you, it takes
Wait, she's wearing it too?
She wears it. Yes, honey. And it takes a village. It takes a village to put on a waist trainer. All
Yeah,
because we want to look cute.
of course, of course. What do they say? Beauty is pain.
Listen, my thing is,
I'm
accept
seeing
me.
half of your head.
You see half of my head?
Yeah, I need you to maybe tilt your screen up just a little bit so we can see your whole
My
beautiful
head too
face.
big. My head too big.
Well, we want to see that big head.
I,
That's the
well,
whole idea.
forehead and all.
Yes, fire it on all.
Forehead and all.
Fire it on all, girl.
Mm, proud of my forehead. Proud of my forehead.
Oh, we want to see it. We want to see it. We want to see everything. That's what we're here for, right?
Right about now, this is what I'll be having while I'm doing my show.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
This
That
is
looks soft for you.
yeah,
That
I
looks
need it
soft.
today. I cannot do no hard stuff today. No, baby love. We gonna be a lady today.
I hear you. I hear you. No, what you call it? What was it? The Johnny Walker Black or
No
what
black today, no blue today.
was
We gonna keep it ladylike. So for all who think that I don't know how to be ladylike with my drink, this is so ghetto. I'm drinking wine out of a Starbucks plastic. Okay.
Well, there you have it.
Don't judge me. This show is not supposed to be judging. Okay. Thank you.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just checking out the scenery, girl.
Cheers to everybody out there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Do your thing, my dear. Do your thing. Nobody's judging.
Better
We all
not.
have our moments, right?
Yes, we do.
There's nothing wrong.
Yes. So what's been going on up
In my neck of the woods,
yes.
girl. Not too much. I've been working, to be honest with you. Just working, helping my mom, you know, doing some renovations and stuff like that. Doing some physical labor, you know what I'm saying? Look at these guns, girl. You
Go
see the
ahead.
guns?
Go
Oh,
ahead,
yeah.
girl. Go ahead with your bad self.
Giving me a workout.
Yes.
And in the process, messed up my knee.
Old age, old age,
Exactly.
old age.
Oh,
Don't I know
gosh.
about that?
Oh my goodness.
Don't
Old
I know about
age,
that?
showing my age, you know, just trying to act like I'm all that, like I could do this.
Hey, we women, you know we are that. We is
Ah.
all that. Yep. So, well, down here it's raining since what Saturday? No, Sunday. It was pouring. I think we're getting a storm. I'm not sure about that, but yeah,
You're getting a storm down
I
there?
think we are. If I'm reading it correctly, I think we are getting a storm. Don't quote me on that. I would have to like check the weather, but I could have sworn I saw something like it's brewing. It could be me. Don't know.
Yeah. I heard a little something up here too, but it's not a storm. It's just probably some rain, which, you know, right now we need and we could use. So
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
Yeah.
We
Other than
need it,
that,
we can
oh,
use it.
other than well, my grandbaby came. My grandbaby came.
I know how much you love
Oh
that
my
baby
God.
of yours.
That is my child. Okay.
Yes.
He is my child, and he's 4 going on 45. 4 going on 45. So it was a joy. He was at the if you know I do a little thing on Saturdays, so he was there.
Aw.
So he had fun and found a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Yes, honey.
Oh, is that the pictures that you posted?
Yes, my daughter-in-law.
Oh, excuse me. Well, you starting them early these days, huh?
Got to.
He's starting out at
Start
4.
early. Yes, of course. Of course.
And him starting out so early, let me see. Hopefully it doesn't turn into what the topic we talk about today.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to hook him up with my girl's daughter, right? So first I was trying to hook up my sons with her daughter. That didn't work out. So we said, listen, we gonna be family one way or
another. Even
So
if I have to wait on my grandbabies when my
So,
grandbabies
now
get
now she has a 4-year-old. I think it's 3 or 4. So I'm trying to hook them up.
You're so funny. You're like, well, I shouldn't say funny because in a lot of cultures, girl,
Oh,
they're
yes.
betrothed before they're even like born. Some of them, as
Listen,
soon as
maybe
the
that should have
woman is
happened to me.
pregnant,
Maybe that would have worked out better for me if I got an arranged marriage. You know what I'm saying?
you know?
Maybe that would have worked out for me because yeah.
Yeah,
No,
before they're even out of the womb, they're already like
already,
scheduled
yes,
to know who they're marrying and all that good stuff. So basically, that's kind of what you're doing now, huh?
yes.
Your
I'm
grandbaby's
trying to
gonna be
spare him what I was going through. Okay, hence why I love the topic today. Okay,
no need to look around. This is
oh,
already
it's
scheduled.
already planned.
It's
The wedding
already a done deal.
already, all that good
No
stuff.
headache. We did the work for you.
Yes,
That's how it is in a lot of cultures, though.
yes.
The
I
parents
said
are the ones who do the work. They
yes.
do the scouting, the interviewing, all of that stuff, and you just show up. Show up on the
Just
day
show
you
up
get
on the
married.
wedding pants for
show up.
everything. Don't worry about it.
Just show up. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Wear what we tell you to wear.
Mommy, why did you arrange my marriage? Please. You never, I'm telling you.
Because your mom knows that she is scared for the other person who she arranged it with.
Really?
She's like, no, 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 no. I feel bad for these other people.
I pray for them. Truth.
I'm gonna pray for these other people. I cannot do that to these other folks. They deserve better.
They're better, right?
Than what they're gonna get in this arranged situation.
I'm a nice person. I'm just misunderstood.
Just
That's
it. Misunderstood my foot.
I'm telling you.
Misunderstood.
People need to go to school for me. They need to pass the exam and get the license.
Exactly. There's a whole course.
A whole course to deal with Reese.
Okay. There's a whole course, and at the end of the semester,
you better pass with a passing grade. 75.
75, really? I think it needs to be higher than that. If they don't get like a 90, they understand who you are.
We need some smart people. 95. Yes.
You need to up that.
Yes. Hey, Carrie. Carrie joining us. What's up, girl? Yes. So, yes, honey, people need to go to my course in order to deal with me. I need a refresher course. Okay,
you yourself need a refresher. I don't even try, to be honest. I don't even try to understand. I just go with it. I'm like, you know what? I'll just go where the flow takes me.
Listen, it is what it is. At least I'm keeping it real. I give them warning. I give them warning before they deal with me, because
even then
they don't learn. They say those who those who don't hear will feel. Tell you.
Pretty much like me.
Yeah.
So I just go with the flow. I just go along. I let the flow just take me.
Go with the flow with Reese. Go. You know, I love to say, let's go with the flow.
Carrie said warnings don't help.
Whatever.
Warnings don't help. None of that. It doesn't help because you're never truly prepared.
Seriously?
You're never truly prepared for the onslaught. It's so funny. Sometimes I look at your posts and I'm like, what is going on in her head today? Like, really? Just stuff be popping out. Just like, it's like, where did that come from? How did that even come up?
Girl, I surprised myself. Okay. I surprised myself, like, for real.
I'm like, who is this woman?
Listen, it is cray.
I'm just amused. I look at it, I'm like,
I need medication.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I need medication.
Oh my goodness.
At least I'm admitting it, that I have no sense, that I'm crazy. Okay.
Funny.
Okay.
Funny. You know how we were talking last show, we were talking about those shoelaces, right? That are for how much were like $250 or something like that for those shoelace earrings.
Oh yeah,
earrings.
Listen here, and you know people gonna buy it.
Of course. So guess what? I don't even need to buy it, because guess what? I got my own already.
You do it yourself.
I don't even need to. I had it. So see, I guess I am the innovator.
Okay.
Okay.
So you had one before?
Yes, and I've been had that in my closet. So all I need to do is whip mine out and be like, yes, look at mine, $250. That's right.
Crazy, crazy.
Wait, can I wait? I gotta show it to you. Hold on, hold on.
Yes, yes, Miss Karen. I have a headspace in. Yep, you know it. You've been around me long enough, you know. Mhm. So to everybody out there in Radio Land, we are talking about divorce today. Oh,
Look at this. Look at this. I've got my, it's the same color and everything. Look at this.
you're
Look at
crazy.
this. Okay, look at this.
Oh,
I saved myself $250,
let me
girl.
tell you something. And then I heard that I think it was, isn't that Kanye West design or something? Or did he partner with them or something?
No, that wasn't the Kanye West. It was
Okay.
one of the other labels.
Bellagio or
brand
something.
name, yeah, or something like
Okay.
that. I forget. We talked about
You
it
know,
before.
Kanye West have a line where he said he want them in garbage bags.
He has them in garbage bags. I think
He
he
wants it-
partnered with
what
the Gap or something.
Yeah, because he want people to know, go through. Listen,
Yes. And it's a bunch of garbage bags, and you go through and you rummage through and find your $1,000 items or whatever just piled into the big garbage bag on the floor. And people will do
and
it.
people are entertaining it, so that's why they can do what they do.
Of course.
Oh, Jesus, I'm telling you, what will they think of next?
And people are always gonna go for it. And
They
then
talk stuff about Kanye, but yet his pocket's still lined because they still go for his stuff.
oh yeah, it was the Balenciaga.
Valencia. Mhm.
Balenciaga has these shoelace earrings. And I was like, wait a minute, I have those in my closet.
You
I
look
do.
worse. You are, because you're cheap. You're frugal, and you are not purchasing. No, listen, that's crazy.
Why? Because I already have it. So I'm stylish on my own. I was stylish before everybody else was following. That's all it means. I was the trendsetter.
Karen, can we say Kanye is a jackass? We all know that. We know.
But listen, but maybe not. Maybe he's just an innovator.
But
You know what I'm saying?
he's good at marketing.
Yes,
Sure
he's
is.
very good at marketing and he's very good at innovating. And then there were some people who were calling for his apology. They wanted him to apologize for dumping stuff in a trash bag and people having to rummage through a trash. And he was like, wait, I'm not going to apologize for my ideas, my marketing ideas, my genius ideas. And I was like, you know what? He does have a point. It's either you're with it or you're not. If you don't like it, then you don't have to purchase it.
And obviously people are with it because he has money. He's making money and keep doing it.
That's right.
I just won't be that one. Listen, I won't be that one.
That's all right. I won't be rummaging through the garbage bags and I won't be buying the garbage bag. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Are these garbage bags reusable? They must be, because if they cost like $2,000 or whatever, they better
buy the garbage bag too.
Yes, they have the garbage bags on sale.
So wait, so when you buy this thing, they put it in a garbage
bag. They have bags that look just like garbage bags. You know, the white trash bags with the red handles, you know, like the Glad, like the Hefty and the Glad or whatever with the red handles. It looks exactly like that.
So when you buy that garbage bag, where you bring it to?
Exactly. Exactly. And is it reusable? It's better be reusable, right? So you dump all your trash in there and then
crazy.
Oh my goodness. People are making jokes about it to say, well, it better be like, can you get like the 20 per pack or something like that? Like you go to the supermarket and pick up a bag of
garbage bag, but I can't talk. It better be a smart garbage bag where I be like, open back, and it
fills itself.
It just,
so I don't even have to touch the garbage. You just fill yourself, empty yourself. Okay.
Yep.
That'd be a smart trash bag.
I would not be surprised if they come up with a smart trash bag. Watch and see. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just laughing. It's hilarious that this is what our world and our society has come to today.
All right. So on a closing out this little wow section, I gotta talk about my boy, Nick Cannon. Now it's not a joke anymore to me. Listen, I ain't judging him because guess what? We have people out there that have 14 kids, whatever, right? But Nick is on a roll. He's welcoming his 10th kid.
Mm.
Oh my God. As I said, I'm
I
not
stopped
judging.
counting. I don't know how many there
has-
are.
The 10th one is the third one with him. And so the lady this is going to be her third with him.
Oh, she
Yes.
has 3
She has a
kids.
set of twins. I think they have a set of twins. And now she's having, I don't know. I really don't know. But guess what? Somebody did make a point that Eddie Murphy has 10 kids. So,
Oh, what?
yeah, Eddie Murphy has 10 kids.
Wow, I didn't know that. He had 10 kids on
Listen,
the show, huh?
Once it ain't coming out of my tax dollars for us to take care of them, they can have 25, 40, 11 kids if they want.
40, 11.
40, 11 kids if they want, because they have money. They got money.
Oh my goodness.
But
Wow.
it's like he on a roll, like not even like 2
I
years
think
ago.
I heard something where he said after this he's gonna stop or something like that.
The world go end if him stop. Trust me when I tell you that.
I think I heard that somewhere where he said after this he's gonna stop or he's gonna slow down or something.
He must go into something to be rolling out them kids. Like he rolling them out. Like, you know how you put stuff on the conveyor belt? Like products and just moving
Yes.
them along.
He feels that he can afford it, girl.
Well, he can. Him have 40, 11 job too. So hey, he can do it.
Wow.
So as I said, I ain't judging nobody because the 4 that I have killing me. So more power to him.
Mm.
More power to him.
Read what Carrie said.
What you said?
Wait a minute, Carrie. What do you mean? Your cousin has 19 children?
Okay. See?
19 kids?
Not.
No way.
Well, I can't say nothing because my grandfather, I would not even talk how much he had, and it's past 19. So
yeah, I remember when we were in school, when we were kids, we were in school. There was somebody there, one of our classmates, her dad had like 25 kids. I forget who it was now. I remember it was shocking to me at the time when we were
25.
Yeah, her dad had like 25 kids.
They just spread
it. Maybe it was more than that. It was a very large number though.
But see,
I remember I was
shocked. What a name. Let me see for my grandfather. What a name.
I don't remember. I just remember that
my grandfather, never know. Every time. Oh, this is your uncle. Oh, this is your auntie. Where you come from? Oh, yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
I just
8 baby mamas and 1 wife. Ooh.
Wow.
8 baby mamas and
8
baby mamas and 1. Them seeds be spreading all over the place.
I don't understand that. I don't want to spread any rumors, but I'm saying if the father is financially competent,
yes,
right, that may be one of the attractions to him from various different females. But if he is not, what's the reason for everybody flocking to him like that?
Because he got that swag, girl.
Girl, please.
He got that swag.
Yeah, right. And then I am with a child for you for the rest of my life.
But that swag got you.
That swag is not gonna last for the rest of your life, honey. But that kid will. So
yeah, but
they're not thinking about that.
We ain't thinking about that. We ain't thinking about that swag when he get old.
Please, that swag gets old.
Senior ass swag.
And the sad part too is like, even a lot of times with men, I don't want to stereotype, but with men after a certain age and whatnot, they're going for a younger person.
Of course.
And
that is why I
So
go
then you're
for,
on your own with this child or
not this.
children.
Well, guess what? Me going young too. Me, I'm a pretty young trail come back.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can go young, I can go young. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what? But we talked
But
about that.
some women don't think like that, right? Some people don't think like that. Some
What
women.
do you mean?
No, some women don't think of going young, or if he go young, they sit home and they pine
I
over
mean,
the,
one is if you can find someone young enough that you can tolerate and you can be bothered with. Because we
listen,
talked about this
out
on the
there.
show before.
They're out there.
You
They're out
know,
there. We just have to dig through the frog them.
exactly. And who can be bothered with the
First
digging?
of all, the frog farm said no more Reese. They banned me. They banned me. They said, lady, if you don't get it together right now, you're not get it together. So they banned me from the frog farm. So
You've been banned. You're done.
man,
No,
no,
they see you coming from a mile. They got
they're
an
like she
alarm.
again. They're like she again.
They got an alarm. They
Or
have
maybe
an alarm that warns. Warning.
listen, they revoked my VIP. They revoked my VIP status from the frog farm.
They see you coming from a mile away, honey. They will not let you in that frog farm.
They said, Reese, we can't
Done.
help you. You need you need to go. We need to escalate this problem. We need to escalate. Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So,
Carrie said those baby mamas, they want the coins.
yep, it
I
is.
think so.
That's their profession. They don't work. You know what the profession is? It's
And-
being professionally pregnant and having kids so they can get that child support. I'm sorry, it's the truth. You see it out there.
And honestly, some communities and neighborhoods too, it depends on the opportunities and stuff that they have too, because if there's nothing else to do, like a lot of times in the poorer communities, and notice I'm not saying any race, it's just if it's a poorer community and a lot of times there are not a lot of opportunities and there's not a lot of things to do necessarily. What do?
Well, go out there and be a professional pregnant person.
And then you got one person with so many kids and everybody is fighting over this person. It happens. We see it a lot that it happens in the poorer communities.
Well,
So it's not always just because a person is rich. There sometimes the competition is stiff. No pun intended.
It's stiff for real. It's stiff for real. You have to come correct. You have to come correct. I wonder what Mariah sitting down there saying. Well, look at that fool. Look at that fool. What is
Listen,
Mariah is like,
well, he's got stuff that,
even if he wanted to go back to Mariah ain't taking up all that crap, them drama. He must be going through something.
Unless she loved him. You don't know.
Listen.
You don't know, girl.
No amount of love.
You don't know.
Let me take back no man that have
This
10
man clearly has something that is alluring.
Carol, if I am in that situation and you hear me say, I am going to take back this man because with the 10 kids, I beg you, you have power of attorney. Commit me.
He clearly has something that everybody wants, and he's
that cannot
obviously very, like I said, very alluring. So you don't know, whether she would take him back or not, because something caught her in the first place.
Well, she have money, him have money, so it's not money.
She might want to go back to the well.
Gotta keep on moving. Gotta keep on moving.
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
Yes.
Gary, that's so funny.
All righty. So, well, I switched my.
Oh, she said that Nick did say he wanted to go back to Mariah.
Yeah, we all know that he want Mariah, but Mariah don't want him. Listen, I think Mariah would have taken him back. That's my opinion. If maybe he had two kids out there. He might have 8 other kids in addition to her 2. So, was he your only child?
I don't know. I heard he's from an affluent family, so he can afford to do what he's doing.
Well,
Someone recently told me that, but that doesn't mean that you should just because you could.
well, more
But
power
you
to
know,
him.
hey,
Once it not coming out of my paycheck to go help feed what name? The Cannon clan, I'm good. He can
and
he,
that's what he says. He says people need to mind their own business.
it's true.
Ain't nobody coming up out their pocket
Listen,
to feed his
exactly to
children.
feed them kids.
So
And one
he's
thing
gonna
with
do
him,
what he wants to do.
he work, he have money. He can afford to have them kids because that man have 40, 11 teen job. 40, 11 teen. So he can afford it.
Yeah, he is a hardworking man.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So I switched my computers today and my intro and my drops and stuff is on the other computer because guess what? Me so smart, I took my mouse and left it at home. So with the other computer, so now I'm on my laptop, so we can't do our little drops and intro and everything. So we gonna like
You
roll
have
into,
email?
no, we gonna roll into our topic today. We gonna roll in our topic, and today's topic is divorce. We are talking about divorce today.
Divorce, the big D,
The big D word.
the big D, girl.
That don't sound the big D.
Oh Lord, here we go. See, I did not think about that.
You know me,
But
you
knowing you,
it's
knowing
Reese,
you,
Reese plus a drink. Okay, okay.
knowing Miss Reese. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yes, yes, yes. We talking about such a common topic. Such a common. It's like
It is.
it's like going to the doctor. Going to a divorce lawyer is like going to the doctor.
Yes.
It
Truly.
is, yeah. So I thought it was a topic that we could tap in because every day people going through divorce. I'm going through one now. So,
Oh, you are? Tell the people about it.
what? That's all they need to know. I'm going through a
What do
divorce.
you mean?
Yeah.
Tell the peoples about it.
Tell the people.
Tell the peoples.
Listen, after this, I ain't getting married. Don't need to get married. And I told my mom, I said, you lied. She said, what are you talking about? I said, I thought I was going to be married happily ever after. You lied. It is, but I realized that why divorce is more common and frequent, and there's a lot of cases. One, women are more independent, so we don't have to deal with the crap. And it goes both sides. It goes both ways. I'm not only going to say women, because men go through it too. But I'm a woman and I can only talk from a woman's point of view. But men go through it too. And sometimes they go through it worse than us.
Yeah.
I'm saying they go through worse than us. But I'm looking at the divorce rate, like back in the days with our grandparents, great grandparents, they be together for 30, 60 years, right? We are so quick to cut somebody off because what? They don't put the plate in the right place or some simple little thing or, it's just crazy, and it's sad. And when we go through divorce, we as adults think that, oh, it's only us, but if the kids are involved, it affects the kids.
Yeah.
It affects the kids.
It's true.
Yeah. So, and I was reading too that divorce, they go through stages. You know how you have grief? You have stages of, hey, Candy, this is my future. Candice McKenzie Meikle has joined us. She's the one that I'm trying to hook up with my grandson, her daughter. So we're going to be family.
Oh. Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
That's the one I was talking about, girl.
Oh, Candy, maybe you need to run, girl. Run fast. Run fast.
Oh my God. Yes. So welcome, Candy. Welcome. But yeah, Candy says that it's easier to walk away rather than stay and fight with a divorce.
That is true.
But how is it that you have couples that marriage is not easy? Marriage is work. Marriage is work, right?
It is.
Just like how we get up and go to work and clock in and we got to do it. It's work. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Lifetime movies portray that is easy. Okay.
But you know, I think, and this is my opinion, this is not a scientific fact or anything. I didn't do a study on this, but my personal viewpoint is a lot of people oftentimes don't realize that marriage takes so much work, you know, because we have to remember two different people, two different backgrounds, two
Mhm.
different ways of thinking, okay, two different ideals. You know, some people they were brought up with a certain type of belief system. Another one has something completely different. Religion plays a big part in it. A lot of times people don't talk about it before they get married, you know, and then when you get into the situation, it's like, wait, you know, because before the marriage, a lot of times what you see is the person's representative. You don't see the person,
Until
you see their representative. But even if you do see the true person, it takes a lot of work because people are different
yeah, you
and
cannot
they're raised differently.
you have some people that they know how to compromise and they know how to make it work.
Yeah.
A relationship is
And you
perfect.
hit the nail on the head. Compromise.
You never know that in the first marriage. Compromise what? That was not in my vocabulary. It's not in the highway. Okay.
You don't know how to compromise, it is not working. And there are so many people who do not know how to compromise and they're not interested in compromise.
Welcome. Oh, Karen's sister is going to be married 27 years. Girl, I can't even make it to 7. They said the first 7 years are the hardest. They said once you go over that 7-year hump, hey, Sandra. Yes, they said once.
Rolanda is on with us too. Hey, Rolanda.
Yeah.
Von Ter. Remember how we love to say her name? Rolanda Von Ter.
Yeah.
I can't help but say it like that all the time.
Yes.
And Sandra.
Oh, Sandra said Sandra, I need to come to your class, girl.
She needs to teach a class on this.
Oh, yeah, Candace is reaching 7.
Wow.
All the ladies that are like,
Candace, you better strap in, girl, because you're about to reach 7. You know what they say about the 7 years.
yep.
And if you don't know, let's
talk. You don't know today. If you don't know,
talk about it. You know what they say about where's my question? I made a little note for myself about that. About the 7 years. Well, Reese, you just mentioned it. They call it the 7-year itch, right? Mm-hmm. So it says, which year of marriage is the hardest year?
I hear people say the first year is hard. That's what I hear. I don't know. Shit, every year is hard for me.
But it's the 7th year. The 7th year, they say, is the hardest year because, you know, people get to that 7th year and they call it that 7-year itch. And then that's the time when most marriages end in divorce after 7 years. So if you can get past that, then you might be doing all right.
My thing is for the ladies that are like in the like Sandra said, 20 years. How do you do that? Like, I know it's not easy. They must have some ways that just get to you that make you just want to, like, how do you get to, you know,
it's really, really tough, but that's what we were talking about, Reese. We were talking about this whole compromise thing. You've got to be able to compromise, and it's not that, and I want to make this clear, right? It's not that some days you're not going to feel like you want to just knock his behind up the head, you know, across his head or kick him out the door or something. It's not that you don't feel that way. Yes, you do. And as women and strong women, we do more often than not. But it's a matter of stepping back and going, woosah.
And then my grandmother tells me all the time, you need to learn how to pick your battles.
Pick your battles.
I want to pick every battle.
Everything is a battle.
You say A, I said B. You say C, I said D and E. That's my problem. I just don't have the I don't have it to be picking no battle because
Andra says every year is hard.
Most I can imagine.
And take it from somebody who's been married 21 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Every year is hard.
Kudos to you, girl. I'm telling you, kudos to you. Candy said, give me the deed, Sandra. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sandra needs to teach a class on this. 21 years. Let me tell you something. Half the time you feel like you can't, it's hard. And some days you're looking at them, and I'm sure vice versa. They're looking at us too, like,
I know that men be like, because we nag.
why did I ever marry you?
We nag. We got to yap. And
because sometimes you're looking at them and they're eating with their mouth open.
Not only that, but they're stubborn. They don't want to, your opinion don't matter. They ask every blasted thing. Like
the ones who feel like they're always right, and the woman is always wrong.
I can't do that. You see, that's
like, how do you deal with a marriage like that? It's so difficult. So for everybody who's listening, we're letting you know right now, if you're planning to get married, it is not going to be easy. And if it is, that's not a true marriage.
Listen, I always say, and I stick by it.
Something fake or someone fake there, because two people are never going to just easy peasy smooth like that.
I say this all the time, and until they make it happen, I ain't gonna come. They need to make a marriage license like a driver's license. You go in, renew after 20 years with the option to renew. Okay? Realize that, listen here, bro, it ain't working, but we can leave on friendly terms. We're not, listen, go into the marriage 20 years.
You're saying you want to leave yourself an out?
Lease myself on for 20 years, okay?
Oh, girl, I don't know about that mindset, because when you go in like that, you're leaving yourself an out in a marriage.
And we will revisit after 20 years and see if this contract can be renewed.
Girl, you funny.
Let's both see our performance. It is what it is.
Sandra says, and this is a 21-year marriage. If you love them, and you have to know them, and it matters because you can also forgive and overlook their flaws, overlook your flaws and his flaws. So sometimes you just have to go in and you got to overlook the foot, the dirty feet, the smell feet, the smelly socks on the floor in the living room or wherever.
Or they have to put up with we not cleaning up the house, or we not doing the laundry, or we not cooking. They're like, when was the last cook? When last to cook? Last year? Okay. So it's on both sides.
So you got to be able to overlook both ways. He has to overlook your flaws and you have to overlook his flaws, except if it's something that just is unforgivable.
Yes.
Like the main reason for divorce. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But what I wanted to mention to you, Reese, here's a little tidbit, right? What year of marriage is divorce most common? We talked about some studies said it was the 7th year. And there are other studies that suggest that 20% of marriages end within the first 5 years. They don't even wait till 7 years. 20% of marriages end within the first 5 years, right? And it's actually increasing now today. That number is increasing.
Yes.
And it's increased by 12% within 10 years. That increased by 12% within 10 years, right? Between 10 and 15 years though, right? So we talked about the 7-year itch, and we talked about the first 5 years, most people divorce. And we talked about it increasing by 12% within the first 10 years. However, between 10 years, you've been married between 10 years and 15 years, the rate increases about 8%. So it's going down rather than 12% up to 10 years of marriage. Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
The rate increases, but it's lower. It's a lower percentage if you've been married between 10 years and 15 years, because by that time you're like,
Like whatever.
yeah, whatever. You know what? You learn to ignore certain things
Tune
and
them
look
out,
past
tune them out.
certain things.
It's so fun. I'm reading something that Candy says. We're talking about the smelly whatever food and whatever. She said, "Thank God my husband is a chatter boy, because I always tell her, I said, listen, your husband clean, you know, when I tell you, so she definitely not gonna leave him for that. You know, if that should, which it will never happen, because
Right.
not out there. So we might as well just stick with what we have and just train them, mold them, and keep it moving.
Anyways, if they're trainable,
They're trainable,
girl,
right?
please.
Yeah. You have to get them when they're young, mold them in the mold them in the beginning.
You and your cougarisms. Oh my goodness.
Mold them in the beginning.
So basically, it's between the safest stage, I guess, is if you make it between 10 to 15 years of marriage,
You have
it's the lower rate that you're gonna be
So you're
divorced.
saying-
It's a lower chance.
but you're thinking as you
As it goes on and gets longer. Like right now, Sandra at 21 years, more than likely is not gonna get divorced.
going after 21 years.
After 21 years, it's like, go sit down somewhere. You ain't getting no divorce. Okay? Just
You
go
don't
sit
get a
down somewhere.
divorce.
Go have several seats.
Yeah, true.
You're
true.
gonna be mad and upset or whatever. And sometimes you're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna divorce. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's not happening.
Hey, get up the next one. I thought you was gonna divorce. Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, when he says he wants to divorce you, you're like, yeah, okay.
All right.
I'll see you at the divorce court or something. Just keep walking. Don't even say nothing.
Yeah.
And then when you say, I'm gonna divorce you, I want to divorce, you're like, he's saying the same thing. Yeah, okay.
Maybe like, how many times he said it this week that he wanted a divorce? Oh, this is like the 5th time? All right, bro.
I know, right? Sandra says 43% of divorces because of incompatibility. So that means you've got to know the person before you get married, but you never truly know a person until you've been with them, because like I said, you meet their representative, okay, for a long time. And even if you've been with them for years,
I'm telling you,
after marriage, it's like, wait a minute, who's
every day
this?
you learn something new about them.
You're like, who's this?
Yes,
I
who
didn't
is
see
this person?
all the years before we got married.
Who the hell you be?
Yeah, who's this? Who this?
Who this?
Who this?
Who
Who
that?
that is?
Oh my
You know what? So we were talking about that. Sandra was giving us some statistics, which is awesome. But the number one cause of divorce is what, Reese?
The number one.
What do you think? What you think, friends?
The number one
Yeah,
reason
plus.
for divorce?
Yeah,
I think finance.
that is a big one. That is
Mhm.
true.
I think.
But according to studies, okay, and there's a study that was done, and I was reading the paper. It's by Claggett and Barnett.com. They did a study on this. The number one reason for divorce is abuse.
It's abuse.
Abuse. Yeah, like physical abuse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is the number one reason it's the most serious reason,
I can.
yeah, it's like a persistent pattern of spousal abuse.
Candy said money and sex.
And financial is a big
Of
one.
course.
Very big, because so many marriages end up in divorce because of that, because you might have one way of thinking, like you said, I'm frugal.
Cheap. I'm not prettying it up here on the show.
I'm frugal. Okay.
I know somebody else out there that's listening to us. That's cheap. She's frugal.
You're a mess. You're a mess.
Hey.
So, well, listen. And if your partner is somebody who likes to be like, yo, live for today, let's just do it.
Living today, living life.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get whatever we want today. And then tomorrow comes and I'm sitting around looking at you like, so what we gonna do today? What,
What we gonna eat?
what are we eating today? We don't need to eat today, huh? Because we done ate it all yesterday. Okay, what we gonna eat today?
Yes.
Then that's a problem in most marriages.
No, but it will work if you have one cheap person and one person that spend.
But then you end up with the arguing and the fighting and all that stuff. Here you go now. You need the compromise.
That's what I'm saying. If I love to spend money, I cannot be with a person that spend money. I need a cheap person like my out there in that's listening to us right now. When you see her with her stuff, you best believe she ain't paying no what full price. Okay. But it works for her. I need to take her class.
And you know, Candace mentioned another reason. Oh, Sandra said she cheap.
Of course, that's what I said.
So wait, y'all are ganging up on me now, huh? I'm not cheap. I'm frugal.
Okay, we gonna use the bougie word. She's frugal.
I'm frugal. Okay. Sandra said she cheap. Oh my goodness.
But that is a major part in why people get divorced, why couples get divorced.
Yes. And Sandra Johnson, welcome, girl. She said she's listening.
Who? Oh, Sandra Johnson.
Yes. So, Candace, back to what Candace mentioned, one of the reasons for a big reason for divorce is infidelity. You are so right.
Not in Jamaica, because that look like it's like
it's the norm, huh?
It's the norm. Listen, I think one of they did, we got to touch on that topic. What they call it, polygamy, whatever, some new thing. So that's another show.
No, that's a whole nother show. But polygamy is like when you're legally married or whatever. You have multiple wives or
new phrase. It's a new thing. I have to.
Oh wow. Okay, we gotta look that up.
But when you are saying that infidelity in Jamaica, that don't work because it look like that's like a norm out there. So they don't divorce for that. They don't divorce for in Jamaica. I can only talk for Jamaica.
And I don't think the spouses or the partners get along either. So that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, some of them do, and you just don't know, honey.
But
yeah, in the normal world where that is not acceptable, yes,
girl,
that is.
So that infidelity is one of the top 5 reasons for divorce. Infidelity, which for those of you who might be wondering what that is, if you don't have time to go pull out a dictionary or something,
that people don't know what infidelity is.
Listen, we have people who may not necessarily be aware. So for those folks, we like to educate on this show. We drop gems all the time for everybody. This show is for everybody, girl. So infidelity is really cheating on your spouse. Okay, that's really what that means. Cheating on your spouse.
Thank you for the definition.
And what that does is not only is it breaking your vows, because when you take that marriage vow, in case you all don't know, and you're preparing for get married, you vow to be with that one person. Okay.
You're gonna eat chicken for the rest of your life. So if you know you want a little variety, don't get married. If you know you want
stay single.
If you want steak and script, don't get married.
Stay single.
Stay single.
So basically, not only are you breaking your vows, but you're breaking the trust in the relationship, because once that infidelity happens, the trust is out the window. Forget that. Okay, it is gone. Even if you maintain the relationship, the trust is gone. Another one is lack of intimacy, physical intimacy. Someone said sex. That's what that is. That's another of the top 5 reasons. Communication. If there's a lack of communication,
yes.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, that marriage is breaking down, honey. It's breaking down. And it doesn't mean that you should nag at your spouse and nag.
True.
Yeah, it's not nagging, it's communicating. Yes, and finding a way to communicate. I've been reading some stuff on that too and watching some stuff. The way we all need to learn how, and I say how, our spouses communicate, because it doesn't necessarily always mean just by words.
I learned the love language thing.
The love language.
I learned that late in life.
It's true.
So true. Love language
It's
plays.
how you communicate, because he might come home and bring you a nice purse or something, and that's his way of communicating with you. And then you have to reciprocate, and you have to show affection, and you have to show your appreciation.
Everybody shows affection. And I used to take that personally because I'm a touchy, physical all over you like that. I'm love physical touch. Some people just like look at you like, seriously, can you get off of me? That's them. And acts of service is there. Is another
But you got to know, and back to what Sandra was saying, you have to know your spouse, you know, so you have to know how to communicate with them.
Yes.
You know? We talked about money already.
Yes.
One of the other top 5 is addiction, you know, that causes divorce. So those are very, very big.
That's a rough one right there.
Yeah. Yeah. There are, let's see what our friends are saying. Candace gave you the word.
She knows I can't pronounce it. Thank you, girl.
Polyamory. I'll help you out. Polyamory.
Yes. And I went to a good school, you know. So people okay. Yeah.
It means to have more than one relationship at the same time. Thank you, Candace, girl. Educate us.
Educate us, please. Yes, that's the
and she finished it off by saying with consent from all parties.
Yes, you have to sit on and consent. Everybody has to be on the same page. I am not going to that relationship. Hell to the no.
Hey, Kendra is with us too. Hey, girl. She says I'm frugal too. So that's a frugal sister. Hello, come on down, Kendra.
Put up your hand and don't be ashamed, because I will call you out. And they know.
That's right. That's right.
Frugal.
She says I'm frugal too.
Yes.
There you have it. You go, girl. You gotta be frugal sometimes. You know, some people spend, and then you have. This is what makes the world go round. Everybody's different.
Yes.
So you know what? What are some of the countries, Reese, you think that have the highest divorce rates?
America.
I knew you were gonna say that.
They divorce like going to the doctor. Like, look at Elizabeth Taylor. 8 times she married. She got married 8 times. Jennifer Lopez trying to get up there. So it's like, to me, I think it's like, oh, you're going in. Oh, I'm tired. I don't want to be in it no more. Let's go to the divorce doctor and get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But you might be surprised that America is not the top.
England, Europe.
Nope. England is not even in there, girl. I guess they'd be maintaining their marriages. Good for England.
Who? Tell me.
But I will tell you. So there are a couple studies, different studies that were done that I'll mention. One was done by worldpopulationreview.com. And one was done by the Guinness World Records.
Okay, that's reputable. So what did you get?
So, according to the Guinness World Record, right? The number one, okay, divorces per 1,000 inhabitants per year. Number 1 is Maldives.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Maldives. They're off of the coast of India somewhere. Yeah.
Everybody want to go visit?
Yes, the beautiful Maldives. Maybe that's why.
All right.
It's too beautiful to just stick with one person.
Yes, of course.
You've got to move around.
Yes.
So Maldives, Belarus. Yeah. And United States came in after that.
Where's Belarus?
Right after the US, there's Cuba. Puerto Rico is even on this list, and Ukraine.
You mean our little island didn't make the list?
Yes. Nope, our little island did not make the. And guess who also made the list? Antigua and Barbuda.
Are you serious?
How did they end up on the list?
Well, I thought Jamaica was, but I told you Jamaica
be on the list.
I don't expect
they don't divorce, right? They just stick it out.
Wife number 1, side chick. Hey, they just want to know that they're the wife and the man taking care of the house. They don't care. Listen,
Terrible.
they don't want to pay the money. They don't have no time for all that. They just,
Oh my goodness.
ugh.
But you know, there was another study, like I said, worldpopulationreview.com did a study, and their number one was Moldova.
Okay.
Then China was after that. And I believe with China too, because they are such a large country.
And a divorce. They have a high divorce rate.
Apparently they do.
Wow. Are they so strict with everything else?
Yeah. But then again, remember, like I said, when you're working with a larger sample, then yeah, if you're working with more than 1 billion people, you know, if you're working with just 1 million, then it's different compared to 1 billion, you know. So, and Cuba is on this list again. There's Ukraine again. And then you have like the US. So the US is always around number 3, number 4 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised that they were not number 1.
America, man, I tell you, all I can do is shake my head.
Basically, the divorce rate in America is 2.9 per 1,000 people. It's like 2.9 per 1,000. I thought it was worse than that. Yeah, according to the CDC.
Well, I'm not getting married again, so I experience, and I'm not going through that. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, and it's some of what we just talked about too, you know, like why, especially in America, in the US, for example, why the divorce rate is high. So they determine that, you know, marrying young, some people marry too young. Okay, because there are some states that you can marry even younger.
Yes.
Yeah, some people are marrying too young, limited education, limited income. Some people are living together before they're getting married, you know. And like I said, after you get married, sometimes you're like, wait a minute.
You see that show, Married at First Sight? I'm telling you.
I don't even know how someone could do that.
But it's like, listen, it's just like, as I said, I wish my mother had arranged my marriage, because maybe I'd still be married to the person now. Sometimes it's better for people to hook you up than you hooking up yourself. With Married at First Sight, some couples it work. You ever notice some people, they say, oh, I met him and in 2 weeks they got married, and they're married like 20 years, while some people, they live together or they were together for 10 years, and the minute they get married, they divorce? You ever wonder that? So it's a gamble. To me, everything in life is a gamble. You go to job, you're gambling if you're going to have the job for. Just like relationship, you don't know.
It's true.
You're going to, if it's going to work or not. It's just a work in progress. And two people have to want the same thing. You can't be, oh, I want my marriage, and the other person is like, he or she checked out. It's not gonna work. Then you look thirsty, like, all right. Perfect example. You know, I love my
Go ahead, girl. Let's hear it.
90-day fiance. Chantel was married to this guy, Pedro, from the DR. She loved him. She brought him over here. Everybody's saying that he wanted the green card, yada, yada, yada. And she is like, she was actually working on her marriage. I mean, she did everything she could possibly do, right?
Mm-hmm.
To keep her marriage. And he didn't want it. And she was born in. She really loved him. What you do in a sense like that? You just gotta give them what they want. And that's where it comes now, that divorce has a grieving process, which I didn't know that.
Yeah, because remember when we talked about grief is just loss.
Yes.
And when you lose something, it could be anything. You were married at one point and now you've lost that person.
Yes.
There is a sense of loss when that person is not there anymore. They're gone.
Especially if it's a long like if they were married for a good 10, 15, 20,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
oh my God, like,
And it doesn't even have to be that long for some people. Everybody's different, right? Some
yeah.
people experience a greater, higher level of attachment in a shorter amount of time than others. So for everybody's different. Just because they weren't married for 20 years, they were only married for a year, they could still feel that loss. You were with that person. And like you said, some people live together before they get married, or some people have been together, way before they get married, but you're married for a year, you're going to feel that loss, that sense of loss, and what made you get married in the first place? You thought you loved this person, right? You were so much in love with this
But
person.
in
So
the
even if you're
beginning,
married only a year, you could feel loss.
it's like, oh my God, I can't live without this person. Like, oh my God, running through the meadows, smelling the flowers. And then after that, what happened? Reality hits.
Reality hits you hard in the face.
Yeah.
So you feel that sense of loss, that you're gonna feel grief. You're gonna be grieving,
So,
Hey, Carolyn, bless Carolyn.
so according
Girl.
to
Mm-hmm.
Psych Central, there are 5 stages of divorce. Denial, right? That's number 1. Anger. We know about the angry. I understand temporary insanity. Yes. What I used to hear that word, but I understand temporary insanity. The third is bargaining, right? Bargaining. This one, that depression. Depression. That is another stage of going through. And then the final stage is acceptance. So we have to deal with, couples or people that's going through divorce, they go through this.
Yeah.
And trust me, it is not easy.
So be prepared, everybody. You're not alone.
Not
You're not by
alone.
yourself. Because a lot of times, as human beings, when we're going through these waves of emotions, we feel alone.
Oh,
We
yes.
feel like nobody else understands what we're going through. Nobody's going to get this. Everybody else's life is hunky dory and beautiful. And why am I the only one going through this? There
And
are
those people that you see them kiki and some of them is just putting up a front, because when behind closed door they can't stand each other or whatever, but they have to put that show, and that's what stress out the people, that couples out there, because they see all this.
So for those stages, Reese, please read them again for our friends who are listening to us, our peeps, we like to call them, our Let's Connect peeps. So our peeps who are listening all over the world right now, because trust and believe, hey everybody, we have peeps in the UK and Jamaica and all over the Caribbean, Canada, all across the US. We have listeners from all corners right now. And for all of you guys, if you are going through this and you're going through a divorce, these are the 5 stages that if you're not experiencing them, you might very well be going through them. So just know that you will be going through this. You're not alone. If you need help, you need to reach out and get the help that you need. And even if you need a grief counselor, we had an amazing grief counselor on this show. We did an episode on grief. Reach out to her. She is available. She was so wonderful, Miss Lorna, on this show. Loved her. That was such an awesome episode. You remember that episode we did, Reese? Yeah. That was one of our biggest episodes that we've done on this show.
Yes.
And so for all of you peeps, our peeps who are listening, check out that episode that we did on grief. If you're going through a divorce, you might very well be experiencing grief. Reach out to Miss Lorna and she will give you the help you need. But go back again for anybody who's listening and may not know or understand what they're going through. What are the 5 stages?
Denial is number 1. Right?
Denial.
Yes. Anger.
Anger.
Yes. Bargaining.
Bargaining, yes. Please don't go. Maybe if I do this, maybe if I change this, you'll be happier. Maybe if I do that. Okay.
Yep. Depression.
Depression. Yep.
That is a big, big, big part. Depression. And then the final stage is acceptance.
And we don't know how long that'll take, before you finally get to the acceptance phase. But you may be going through this, and we just want you to know that this is happening. And if you are experiencing this, reach out for help.
And people, for anybody that's going through divorce, they shouldn't feel as if they are less of a person, or beat yourself up for that. Listen, it's life.
So
to me,
the purpose, of the show today is we're not telling you one way or another that you should go get a divorce or that you shouldn't go get a divorce, etc. We're just giving you the information today to let you give you an understanding of what that looks like in America, and how many people are going through this, and what you really, if you're not experiencing it now, how it could potentially affect you. And if you are, like I said, seek the help that you need. It's okay. Seek help. Okay. So Reese, guess this. What race have the highest divorce rate? What race?
I ain't gonna say
highest divorce rate.
I'm not gonna say our people. Wait, say what people?
What race?
What race
have the highest divorce rate? What race?
I'm not even gonna guess.
You playing it safe, not Miss Reese playing it safe.
Yes.
Miss Big Mouth playing it safe.
Yes. Sometimes you have to keep your big mouth shut.
I never thought I would hear this. Oh my goodness, what an epiphany.
I'm not even gonna, I was gonna say our people, but I don't think so.
So the race that has the highest divorce rate. So basically, I'll say this first. All ethnic groups had more marriages than divorces. Okay, I'll say that first.
Okay.
All ethnic groups that they've looked at had more marriages than they had divorces. However, the race that this race was the only group that had a higher divorce rate than a marriage rate.
Which group?
Black women.
Oh, Black women. Okay. Okay.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That was an interesting fact
Mm.
that I've come to realize through doing some research. Black women, darling. Okay, Black women say, they ain't having it.
Yes, because we don't talk. That's what I was saying. Like back in our grandparents, their great grandparents, they tolerated a lot. That's why their marriages last so long. The new woman nowadays, we're not dealing with the crap. Not to say that the women back then are doing something wrong. We just doing everything for ourselves. We don't need a man. That's what we say. We don't need a man, and because I got this and I got certain things, but when my tire need to change and I need an oil change, that's when I need a man around. Because I'm a girly girl. I don't get my fingers messy.
You see what Sandra said? Look at what Sandra said to you.
What my auntie said. Oh, see, that is my aunt there, Sandra, and my cousin Ralph Tool is on. Welcome. They're listening from South Carolina and Spring Hill, Florida. Welcome. Yes, Auntie Sandra should put me out there that I should know.
Yep, that's right. Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, I was surprised when I saw that. Black women.
My aunt has been married. Both my aunts have been married like a long time. Long time. So,
long time, man.
Long time.
Long time.
And
oh my goodness. So with that, Reese, how long does the average Black marriage last?
don't, girl, I'm trying to find money I can last. I'm the wrong person to ask. I am when it comes to relationships and marriage, why are you asking me?
Yours will be lasting like what, 6 months?
A minute. I'm like listen, I'm trying to catch up to Candace with 7, okay? I can barely make it to 2, 3. And you putting me out there. Listen, we need to talk to ask the woman that's been in it for a minute. Like, yeah, you can't ask me. You can't ask me.
You're one of them who make up this number, for Black women here. You're like, yep.
In that statistic, okay? Tell me what.
Oh my goodness. So they looked at the age outcome up to age 46, right? So for Blacks, non-Hispanic, right? So just average Black Americans, right? Marriages that end in divorce, 44.2%.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, darling.
It's a shame.
It's high. And among those who actually divorced already, the average duration of their marriage in years is 9.2 years. Among those who actually got divorced. So the ones, Black women or Black, not just women, just Blacks who got married and divorced, the average duration of their marriage was 9.2 years.
We just can't tolerate foolishness.
Oh man. And we were saying between 10. So all you had to do, Black people, was wait just a little bit more, just a few more months to get to the 10-year mark, because between 10 years and 15 years, pretty much you're lowering that divorce rate. But this one, they were like, I'm not even gonna make it to 10 years. 9.2 years, that's all I can give it. I just can't do no more.
That is why I give kudos to couples that's doing it. You just have
hard
person that wants to work. You can't have one person that want to work. It's not, it has to be two of you.
Both people have to be willing to put in the effort and do the work. Like you said, you got to do the work. This stuff is work, man. This is not easy, because half the time you want to knock somebody's lights out. You want to lock the doors and throw away the key and be like, you're not coming back in here. Okay.
Yeah.
But also there was a different study that was done. The race with the lowest.
Okay.
Get this. The lowest divorce rate in America is what? You said it before.
Caucasians.
Oh no, honey. They don't even know. That's not the race. You said it.
You said race. So we
race. The race with the lowest divorce rate.
Jamaica.
We actually said it before. It's weird and it's kind of confusing. I'm mentioning it because the study was done, but it kind of confused me with another data that I looked at. But it says Asian Americans.
Oh, really? Of course.
Asian Americans.
Everything. Don't they control how many kids you have?
Yeah. Only 18% of women and 16% of men reported that they had been divorced or married more than once. But then again, the keyword might be reported. They may not be telling us.
Exactly.
They may not be reporting it. They keep it on the wraps.
They don't want it to be out there. True.
So do you think most marriages are happy, Reese?
I wouldn't say they're not happy, but then it's not like 100%, they go through I think it balances out. I would say for the most part. What?
My thing is frozen.
Oh, yeah, you are frozen. For the most part, I think for couples that stay together that long, they have to be happy some sort of way. I'm thinking. Right, Auntie? Auntie been married for a minute. My cousin.
Well, according, you're on the right track. You thought about it. You thought about it, girl. I'm so proud of you. You actually thought before you opened your big mouth.
This is just not my. I cannot advise anybody on this topic anymore.
This is, this is not your area, huh?
Area at all. Okay. If you want to know how, listen, I am here to get some info. So, yeah.
See, what I do love about you is your honesty. Nobody can say that you're not honest.
Don't ask me about divorce and how relationship because I'm 52 and I'm trying to figure it out. As I said before, if my marriage was arranged in the beginning from my parents, I think I'd still be married. Yes.
Oh, you're so funny. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love this woman. But the study that was done by ifstudies.org did this study, and you guys can look it up yourself. But they said, indeed, married people are happier than unmarried people.
Of course. Why wouldn't they
Married people are happier than unmarried people. So they did like several years of survey.
Why would you be in a marriage and be all sulky and like, "Ugh, I can't stand this marriage," but you're still in it? You know what I'm saying?
36% of the people who have ever been married, including the ones who have also gotten divorced while they were married, they said they were very happy in the marriage. They were very happy. So I don't know why they're divorcing if they were so happy. While 11% said they were not too happy.
Listen, I take the more positive, like there must be more good in the marriage than bad, right? So you have to weigh it out. You have to know what you will deal with and what you won't deal with.
Yeah, so basically married people are happier.
Yes, listen.
That's why you got married in the first place, right?
Listen, Lifetime movies make it seem as if marriage is going to be walking through the lilies, walking through the flowers.
You skipping around hand in hand. La-di-da-da. Life is but a dream.
Lies they tell.
Lies they tell. Marriage is really a hard institution. Let me tell you. You better strap in and get ready to work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my, and it is an institution. For those of you who wonder why I use that word, it's an institution, honey.
Yeah.
And it's like going and getting a job and filling out an application for this job. You going into this marriage, it's like, whoo, it's going to work every day.
Yes. Yep. My aunt says communication.
Yes.
I hear that from all couples. Every couple you talk to, when you say, what is the secret to a long marriage?
And like we were saying before, Sandra, if you hadn't joined us at that time, is with communication, it's not only communicating with words. So it might not necessarily be just talking all the time, because a lot of men also don't like to talk. They don't want to talk. And as soon as you open your mouth to try to talk to them, they're like, why are you nagging?
Nagging. Women don't talk, we nag. That's what they think. They
Exactly.
talk, we nag.
So communication does not always mean talking. Hey, baby, I want to talk to you right now. Let's sit down and have a talk. Let's have a talk for 2 hours. They're not trying to hear that.
And they're like, listen, after the first 5 minutes,
they tune you out. Or they're finding other things to do.
I hate that. Answer me. Have a conversation with me. Don't let me just be talking by myself.
So communication, like we talked about before, there are different ways to communicate with your spouse.
Is that our girl from Mississippi?
Nancy. Hey.
Nancy, we're talking about divorce today.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So communication, like we were saying, is not only talking, it's communicating by different means. You have to know your spouse and know the best way to communicate with them. Maybe like what Reese was talking about, different types of love language. Yes. For some people is touch, some people is buying something, for some people is cooking for them, cooking their favorite meal at certain times, da, da, da. For some, it may be getting the kids ready for bed by a certain time to help out. You know, it's different things that this is how you communicate with your spouse. If you know he values certain things, then that's what you do. If you know she values certain things, then that's what you do. And that's how you communicate. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not necessarily, I want to talk to you about this, and I got to talk to you about that. You do this all the time. And oh, and that's another trigger, right? When you say all the time, you always leave the toilet seat up. Then it's like, what? Always? I don't always leave. I don't always.
That's my day when I didn't leave the toilet seat up. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'm making a joke, but just to kind of give you guys make the point so that you understand what we're talking about, you know, and you can relate to what we're saying. So hear this, Reese. I have another question for you.
Why are you asking me questions on this topic?
What do you mean? Your answers are amazing. I just love it. I really want to hear what you have to say. And I'm sure our listeners do too.
Nancy, hold on. Nancy says, hey ladies, been there. I tried that, give it my all, but didn't work. So I moved on my third marriage. It's going well. Third is a charm. Hey, kudos to you, girl. I need to come to you and get some classes because I'm still struggling in that area.
Oh my goodness. So, you know, so maybe what you've learned from the previous ones, you bring that over into this marriage to make sure that this, so you don't go on to your fourth, right?
So what?
No, she's on her third. So
Listen, I have a friend. He said he is not going to stop getting married till he get it right.
So he get it.
He's a professional.
A professional wetter.
Hey, I told you, Elizabeth Taylor, professional husband. I told you, Elizabeth Taylor got married 8 times. J-Lo getting up there.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, some
Well,
people,
we have somebody live and direct right now. Miss Burke. She's on her third.
and she said, going good. Kudos to you, girl.
Going good. So clearly she took what she learned from the previous 2 and she figured it out now. So now it's going good.
Nothing wrong with that. She said,
so guess what?
Huh? She said, he found me. I didn't find him. And that was the key. See?
Ah.
Yes. That's why I said, if my marriage was arranged, I'm not going to stop saying that.
I would be sorry for that poor man.
For him.
That's who I would pity.
All we need
the
is
poor man. If your marriage was arranged, he'd be running so fast. He'd be like Usain Bolt. He'd be faster than that man.
I am just misunderstood. I'm a nice girl.
Just misunderstood my foot.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's very, very difficult, you know, and it's so much work between the 2 parties involved, and making sure that you understand his needs and he has to make sure he understands your needs. And like Sandra earlier, who was with us, my girl Sandra, she was saying we have to also keep in mind that people evolve. You know, so just because you were like this when you married and you got married, yes, years down the road, remember that you have evolved.
Yeah, like in the beginning, he could be picking stuff out of his teeth. Just picking
you love everything.
Yeah, no.
You probably picked the stuff out of his teeth for him.
You know what I'm saying? But
I love it.
Now he knows not to do that when he goes out because he's evolved. He uses a toothpick now.
Now he uses a toothpick.
You know, so it's,
oh my goodness.
Yes.
And you were happy to pick all that out of his teeth for him. And you were happy to.
I'm like, sit down, let me pick it out for you, boo.
Pick that. Oh, yes. Oh, girl. You know, you're happy to clean wax out of his ears for him and all that stuff too, huh?
Me? Never. Yeah. Yeah. But
I'm making a joke, but y'all
I
get
know,
the
I
picture.
know, I know, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we have to remember that we change as we get older. You know, certain things that we like to do before, we might not like it anymore, or what we
Or
didn't like.
it annoys us.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
used listen, this happened to me in real life. He used to sneeze, and it was like in the beginning it was like, oh, okay, cute, whatever. And it was like a not a regular, it was a but at the first, in the beginning, because I was all, oh, I'm in love. That sneeze
So
is
cute.
girl. After a while, like, oh my
After
god,
you hear it for number 50,
how annoying.
you're like, oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand him and this ugly, disgusting sneeze. And
But in the beginning, it was like, oh my god, it was like,
then you
oh,
want to divorce him just because of the sneeze.
I feel what you're talking.
Oh,
I used to like be in disgust when I hear that thing, like, really? But now I'm thinking about it, it was like, but you knew that's how he was. What they want, but when you're in love, you have you have blinders,
you thought the sneeze was cute.
it was God sent. It was God. It was a spirit. I'm telling you, the things we go through.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so hard.
Yes.
Oh,
So
oh my goodness.
yes, those are things that we have to that we think of.
Sandra said, but that doesn't mean you leave the marriage because the grass ain't anything but grass. Listen, so what are you trying to say, that somebody else might be out there with the same ugly sneeze?
Some might as well just keep those.
She might leave the marriage and then get somebody else
Over there and get something
sneeze.
worse than this. It's true.
Oh,
It's so.
So I just said the grass might just be grass. It ain't green, it's just grass.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That means somebody else, you leave, somebody else got the same sneeze, or it's even worse, Reese. When you go out there, right?
Oh my God.
Then you'll be like, man, I should have kept that sneeze.
Because it did not like. Yeah.
That ugly, disgusting, annoying sneeze.
Annoying. I'm just thinking about it now. God.
Wow, did it bother you that much?
In the end, like seriously, I didn't realize it was so disgusting. It's not a sneeze like.
So you didn't love him enough to put up with the sneeze.
I left it because of the sneeze. The judge said, "What is the reason for the divorce, Judge?"
I hate his sneeze. I can't with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't with you. You divorced him for his sneeze.
Yes.
Crazy. And folks, peeps who are listening, we are not even joking right now. This is serious. She really hated his sneeze that much. And I'm sure there are other people out there who can relate to this.
Okay? They said love is blind. They said love it, girl. I had cataract, an eye patch, everything, blindfold, everything. Okay, so when those came off, I was like, oh,
is this what I got? What was I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But guess what? Who suffers the most in a divorce? We're not talking about kids now, because take kids off the table.
The woman.
Okay, that's your final answer.
That's my final answer.
Okay. Who suffers the most in a divorce? I will tell you what wiselieberman.com
he lied. I know he lied.
How do you know what he said? I didn't even answer yet. Who suffers the most in a divorce, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody, of course, endures pain when you're going through a divorce. That's just a given. Everybody's going to endure the pain of divorce in one way or another. However, according to this research that was done, men have a much more difficult time with a split than women do.
I don't believe it.
Reese,
I don't believe it.
Remember the previous statistics. The highest level of divorce is women. Black women are like, peace out. I'm out. So who's suffering the most? You think it's gonna be? They're like deuces. Who do you think is suffering? The woman?
I don't think the men suffer. I'm sorry.
She's the one who's
agree with that.
booking it out of there. So why do you think it's the women?
I think it's the women.
The statistics are there to back it up.
I need a recount on the statistics.
Did you suffer after the divorce, or were you just like so happy to get rid of that sneeze?
No, I suffered. No. I did. I'm telling you, I'm just getting out of
When-
my. No, it's
When
fine.
you get the sneeze,
I had to, listen. We
were you in pain when you did the sneeze? Because you don't look like it bothered you.
I'm on a serious tip. I went through it.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
man.
goodness. It's gonna make
I
funny.
think
It's funny.
women. I think women go through it. I do.
I didn't say women don't go through it. Yes, they do. You know, the pain of divorce is going to affect both parties regardless.
I don't think
No, because we talked about loss, right? You're losing something.
maybe they cover it up. Maybe that's it because they have to be macho and nobody can see them going through it. But listen, the women go through it.
The men suffer the most.
All right, if you say so.
Okay. The women are the ones who are really mainly getting the divorce and seeking the divorce and being like, yo, deuces. So why do you think they're the
No,
ones
say you
suffering?
stay here. You remember they would have to. You stay here. I got my own house. I got my own crib.
They're like, peace out, get out, hit the road, Jack.
and you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Yes.
Junior
So-
Rich is on. Junior Rich is on. Ask Junior Rich.
So Junior Rich, come true, come true.
I'm true. We need a man's point of view.
Come true, man.
Yes.
Oh, Nancy, you're so funny.
They,
Nancy said she paid for hers. See, there you go.
listen,
There
I
you go. Okay,
must think that woman.
there you go. It's like you don't believe the statistics.
And if they cry, I don't believe them. They could be crying, and the Lord say, "You know that they really are."
A lot of times, believe it or not, a lot of times, okay, and this is not all times, but a lot of times in marriages and stuff, who's the one that's doing a lot?
The woman.
Exactly. That's why she's not the one suffering. It's the man after the divorce, because now he doesn't have
Our
all of that
heart.
anymore. Now he's
Our
got to fend
heart.
for himself. He's missing all of that care. We're a lot more emotional. We're a lot more nurturing.
That is why we hurt the most, because our heart.
Yeah, but when we're done, we're done.
That's what I'm
That woman
saying.
is done. She done.
Listen, when R. Kelly always have this song that I always say, when a woman's fed up, we take and we'll go through, but you see the minute we get up and say, huh?
And sometimes it depends on how the man was raised. Sometimes he's clueless. He doesn't get it that what he's doing is wrong. So until he loses that woman, he doesn't get it. So that's why a lot of times they're affected the most after the divorce. They suffer the most because by the time it takes a lot for the woman to get to that point of divorce, but by the time she gets there, her mind is made up. She's done.
Then that's when they wanted to rectify everything when it's too late.
Right. So that's why the man suffers the most, because emotionally it's almost like they're clueless. They didn't see this coming, or they didn't think it was going to come.
They're not clueless.
They didn't think it was going to come till it hits them in the face like bam.
They just take the woman for granted and think that she ain't going nowhere. That is not clueless.
Yes. Some of them are clueless. Some take it for granted that it's not going to happen. But when that woman is done, she's fed up, and she says, okay, that's it. That's the reason why. And then now suddenly she's not there to handle all the stuff, handle the household, handle the kids.
Don't know how to wash, don't know how to cook, don't know how to pour out a glass of water.
Exactly. Doing all those things.
Yes.
Okay. Then suddenly she's not there anymore. So he's like fumbling, like, oh my goodness, what do I do? He is suffering. he feels the pangs. But the woman already in her mind, she's like, that's it. I've
Yep.
taken this as
Checked
long
out.
as I can take it.
Yep.
And that's the reason for that statistic, my dear.
Oh,
I just wanted to let you know the reason for it.
well, thank you for that. As I said, I'm not versed in this topic here, so yeah, that helps.
Guess there's other little statistics too that further backs it up. So are single men happier? That's the question. Are single men, so now you're a single man or whatever, are single men in general happier?
Let me read something. I don't mean to cut you. Nancy says her first husband was controlling. My second was looking for someone to raise his kids. What he does, why he does what I said, not I boo. Let me see. Oh, first marriage 20 years, second 2 years. Oh, you wasn't a married for 20 years?
Wow, girl.
Okay, that means that
You blew our statistics out of the water.
okay. So Condra always also said, so is he missing her or a
Our
house?
housekeeper.
Yes, or a housekeeper.
That could be it too.
Listen, I'm telling you. Yes. 20, I'm still shocked. 20 years. And she
And
just,
Ralph is on too. Hey, Ralph.
that's my cousin. Yes. Spring Hill in the house. Hey. Yes. For real. I'm not being nobody housekeeper. I can barely clean my house for myself, but then to be a housekeeper for somebody else. No.
Yeah, but we were talking in general to say who suffers the most. So even if he felt like she was the housekeeper or whatever, now that she's not there anymore, he's going to be missing that element.
But I know the thing.
And he's gonna feel it.
You're gonna find somebody quick like that to fill that void. Remember, I tell you that. Where we will say, oh, I'm not gonna go through the walls up all the way to heaven. Them, oh, okay, they suffer maybe for 2 minutes and then they find a replacement. Okay. So I don't believe nothing. They're putting on they're putting on a show. And I ain't feeling sorry for them. Sorry. I don't feel sorry for them. They are not suffering. They just want us to think they're suffering. Please. They're suffering. Mm.
Oh my goodness. They told the judge it was them, not me.
I hate it. It's not you, it's me. Please.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So are single men happier?
Well, I know as a single woman, I'm happy, so maybe they're happy.
So in general, single people are happy with their lives in general. They're happy with being single and they're happy with life in general. People with lower singlehood satisfaction. So the ones who are not really happy when they're single, they're more likely to be men.
Oh.
You don't believe that either?
Where they at?
Oh,
Where are they?
are likely to be men, older, more educated, or in worse health. Those are the ones. You don't believe that either, huh?
Oh,
You want to know why you're not married?
for what? I am good over here. I am good. I am good.
That's why you're not married, huh? Oh, Reese, you're a trip. Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm.
And again, we talked about this before. So which gender is more likely to initiate divorce?
You say woman? Yeah, because woman now. Yeah. Okay.
Women are more likely to initiate divorce. It's way more common for the women to initiate the divorce than men.
I can see that.
Yep. Because like in 2019, 1 million American women got divorced.
1 million?
Yes. It's probably more than that, but you know.
Marriage need to stop.
Yep. And even though the divorce is financially costly, particularly for women, the percentage of divorces initiated by women is higher than the ones initiated by men.
Why we have to get married?
And not only do they initiate the divorce, they also report the larger number of women who report post-life post-divorce satisfaction is women. So it goes back to saying the men suffer more because after divorce, the women are happier than the men.
All that crap that they have to go through.
When they're done, they're like, I am happy because I'm happy.
My first divorce, I had a divorce party.
Wow.
I sure did. And my girl was there, Candy. She was right there with me in my divorce party. I was happy as hell. And Karen was there. You know I'm a mess. Yeah, I celebrated. Yeah.
Oh. So those are some of the facts that I wanted to bring to the table today.
Good facts.
Anything else you want to bring? We learned some stuff today, didn't we?
I learned it. I learned it today, but on one thing I know, I'm not getting married again. That part I know.
Really? You don't want to find the sneezer again? Look at your face.
No, I'm getting married. It's not for me.
You don't want to find the sneezer again with that special sneeze.
Stay with his place. I stay with mine. We're good.
You don't have to hear that sneeze every day, girl. And other things.
So.
Oh, well. So anything else you want to add, Miss Reese?
Not a thing. I learned a lot today.
Yes.
You know what? I did not know about the grieving process until we were getting ready for the show. For the divorce, I did not know about the grieving process. So I learned that. You know? Yeah, so
I'm glad there is stuff that we can still learn about this, grieving women versus men in this society, in this institution of marriage.
Yes.
But again, like we said, if you are grieving, you're going.
That's true.
What?
No, Candace was telling me that she and her husband, who wasn't her husband then, was at my divorce party. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Candace. She said with any relationship, there's a grieving process.
Yeah.
Any relationship, because it's a loss that we talked about. And whenever you lose that,
to me, I'm not thinking divorce as a loss. You know what I'm saying? But after researching and doing,
you see, you're one of them women who make up that statistic of the women just being like deuces. So you don't even think of it as a loss.
As a loss, like, it's just a waste of time to me. I just wasted my time,
You're harsh, man.
Listen, man.
But
why I'm not going to do it again. But
was it Candace who was telling us? No, Nancy was telling us, who knows? I don't know for Nancy. Nancy's the only one who could let us know that, but her first marriage was for 20 years. After 20 years, there's probably, some form of
maybe
loss.
just stayed in it because of kids or financial, or they're just in it because they're like, listen here, let me just stay in it because there's nothing better out there to go to. They don't want to start all over again and getting to know somebody. And
and there's so many things, like it could be for some people these days, you have kids. So then once there's a divorce and stuff, it's like now the children are not there anymore. You don't have that closeness with them anymore, that bond. They're not there every day. That's a loss. You lose your children. You lose that relationship with them. Or you don't have.
Listen, you said something about the kids, and I read this somewhere. When you have the kids, you're so into raising the kids. It's all about the kids that you forget about your partner. So by the time the kids leave, you're looking at them like, who are you? Oh, I know that stuff like that. So nothing common.
Yeah.
Nothing in common. The only thing you had in common was the kids, basically.
And that's sad in itself.
Yeah.
That's sad in itself. That's why you have to work on it. It's a job. And that's what we talked about earlier on when we started the show. It's a job and it requires work. You got to work on that relationship every single day. Like you get up and you go to your 9 to 5. This marriage thing takes work on both parts.
To big up all the girls, ladies out there that's listening to us or watching us, that's doing their thing with the marriage. I ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? I really, really give you guys kudos because gotta be strong, man.
And just know that you're gonna go through differences of opinions, there are gonna be arguments, all that stuff, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You can work through it. Again, this is where the work comes in. You
I
got to
can't
put
give
in that
nobody
work.
advice on how to keep their marriage. I cannot.
That we're just talking about relationship in general, because we do cover a lot of relationship topics on this show, and we talk about that all the time.
When I don't have no advice to give anybody. I'm looking for advice, but I can't. But check the ones that keep it. That I mean that work on it. I respect the ones that make it work.
Yeah,
the ups and downs. I wish I could have that.
but that's a part of what they have to do. I'm not saying that I'm the expert in it, but we've had experts on the show that comes on and talk about it and let us know that it does take work. We have, again, I'll remind everybody, we have these episodes out there. So if you want to go check out some of our other episodes, they're on our YouTube channel, right, Reese?
Yep.
And what do they do? What do our peeps do when they go out there? If you're listening right now and you want to find out some of our other topics we covered on the show,
subscribe it and share it and like it.
Yes, please press like on our videos. Please subscribe and share it with friends and family or wherever you want to share it. So the more people can check out some of the topics that we've discussed, because we talked about a lot of relationship topics on this show, as well as other topics. And we had the experts come on and chat with you guys. So there you have it. It takes work. So keep working at it. Keep working it out.
And hit up a sister and give her some advice. I'm going to hit y'all up because I need some advice.
Yes.
Yes.
We love getting the advice and your comments and everything. We want to hear it. We want to hear it on this show. And with that, Miss Reese, you're going to take us out.
We're going to be out. Yes, we are going to wrap up our show today. I love the show today. Love the topic. I love the engagement with our people. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I love the comments. I love when we get those comments because it makes us feel like we're chatting with you guys. It's not just me and Reese here talking, and you all are just listening to us. We love interacting with you all and we appreciate it.
And thanks for everybody that joined us. Candice is our first time guest today. Not guest, but she joined us for the first time.
Hey, Candice, thank you. And Ralph just said yes, he confirmed it. It's a give and take, and that's a man's perspective right there, people.
So thank you again for joining us. And next week is a holiday, so I know I'll be traveling on that day. So I want everybody to enjoy their Labor Day. It's Labor Day.
That's right.
Holiday. Okay. I know all the holidays, honey. Yes. So I'll be up in Spring Hill with my cousin Ralph.
We won't be with you next week
because everybody, I know it's going to be crazy on that Monday and I'll be traveling, but definitely we're going to be on the following Monday.
We'll be back the week after that, but we want everybody to be safe.
Safe out there.
Have a good time. Be safe. Watch it out there. There's a lot of things happening today because, I don't know why specifically, but what I'll say to you is a lot of people have changed over the pandemic and things that are happening mentally affecting people. So watch yourselves out there. Just be safe. We can never be 100% safe, but just be careful. We love you guys. We want you all back with us, not next week, but the week after.
And just check out our YouTube page. Let's Connect.
Yeah, while we're not here, please watch some of our other episodes. We have a lot on our Let's Connect YouTube page.
Yeah, topics on mental health, autism, so many. Just check out so
many topics, grief, everything. We have so many topics out there. We have so many experts who've been on this show. We talked about living wills. We've talked about your credit score. We've talked about generational wealth. We have insurance experts on this show to talk about, and that's a big thing also. So there's so much that you can learn on here, and we love to bring it to you guys. So go on out to our YouTube and check us out. Like the videos. Each time you watch a video, like it and share it with your peoples. I get so many videos. A lot of times people send me other people's videos, and I'm like, wait a minute, we did that episode too. We already covered this topic on the show. We had experts on the show talking about this. I hope y'all are sending our videos to other people too.
All right, so wrap it up. Let's do.
All right. As usual, we had an awesome time on the show tonight, right, Reese?
Good.
Yes, we did another awesome episode. This is the show called Let's Connect. We are hoping that you guys will go over to our YouTube page, our Let's Connect YouTube page, like, subscribe, share the video with everybody that you come across, or even if you don't come across, put it on your social media page so more people can learn about the topics that we cover. We're here every Monday, except for next Monday. We're here every Monday, usually from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on myturnradio.com live, and also on our Let's Connect Facebook page.
Yes.
All right. And if you can't catch us live, like I said, go back and watch our episodes on our YouTube page, as well as our podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, go check it out. Our podcast, again, it's Let's Connect. All right. And that's Connect with a K, everybody. Connect with a K. That's where you find us. This is a show called Let's Connect, the show where you find
compassion.
The show where you find what?
More compassion.
Yes, girl. I like you saying that with conviction. The show where you find. Say it again.
More compassion.
You're all soft with your big mouth all night. Then suddenly, more compassion. Wait a minute. More empathy and
less judgment.
Thank you, everybody. We love you. Bye-bye. We'll see you week after next. Thank you for being with us.
Bye.